Tale of Two Brothers, William versus Harry, Tusk Conservation versus African Parks. Now, Tusk Conservation, in case you don't know, William is a patron of that, Prince William's a patron of that, and what they do is they get local people to involved in the conservation, and with the African parks they get soldiers with guns involved in the conservation, so-called conservation, and they kick the Barker people off their lands. Whereas with Williams, so that's the African parks is the one that Harry is the patron. Well, he's on the board of directors. So let's see how. And I'll put a link to a brilliant video by According to Taz that contrasts these two organisations. So we're going to read for Prince William on the top. Love. Oh, my deck was upside down. That card didn't come up in the upside down. It was the deck. The deck was upside down, showing his true love. He's not denying the local people the opportunity to be involved, but what he does do is the organisation works with the local people, because the local people, they understand. Tusk understands that the local people understand the nature and how to live in harmony. Strength. Sometimes these efforts need a bit of help, need a little bit of outside help, and so the local people can't do it on their own, and this is why they're getting this outside help from organisations like Tusk to empower the locals. And one more, yeah, people. This is the airwaves, how people see things, the communication strategy, and people can see from the honest communication that this is a good way to conserve, not only conserve the nature, but also to look after the local people. Whereas now reading on the bottom here, with Harry's organisation, African Parks, they don't hold anything sacred. So it's a sacred iris coming up in the upside down. Nothing is sacred to them. They just come in with more of a colonialism attitude and impose their will on the locals. They ignore the locals' wisdom. See, it's underneath the card of the locals know when to deny themselves the harvest, whereas here the African parks are imposing their will on the locals. See, what does it say about strength? Death. And there was a recent story about a lady who was trampled and lost her baby with African parks. Yeah, again, coming in, imposing their will, but actually not doing the best job. Not doing the best job for the locals. Let's read more. Going to use the Gateway Oracle. I'm going to pull 2 for William first, and then 2 for Harry. And this is relating to the conservation areas. William is trusting the intuition, not his intuition, but the intuition of the local people. He knows that they are well guided, revealing radiance, and they have the local and indigenous and traditional knowledge, and when that is used in harmony with nature, it reveals nature's beauty. It actually protects nature. What about Harry and African Parks? Harry and African Parks is all about looking good, making themselves look good, not worrying about other people, not worrying about the locals. And look here, it's soaring into joy. It says they're looking at it, looking down. It's from a high level, looking down. They don't care what the locals look like. And embracing the future, they want the locals to embrace the future. They want everybody to embrace the future. But see there, that's a fake door. It's a fake door. And so it's, yeah, there's a lot of fakery going on. What you don't see what is truly going on with the African parks. I'll read 3 more for William and 3 more for Harry. What do you think of this? Do you think that this reflects the difference between the brothers? The fact that they've each chosen these 2 different conservation outfits? And talking about conservation and nature, we've had some terrible storms here in Queensland. I'll put a link to the most recent news reports. So this is for Prince William meditation. This is working with the locals, hand in hand. Hope, giving them hope for the future. Give them hope that they've got self-determination. Fulfillment, leading to fulfillment. It's all about helping the locals, leading them to fulfillment, giving them self-determination, giving them a good opportunity. And what about African Parks and Harry's organisation? It was interesting that recently they had that meeting behind closed doors in New York City. They weren't allowing the media in. And look at that. There's the umbrella protecting the people behind the scenes. So it's all about covering the backsides of the people. And why would anybody bother with this? Why would anybody bother with a conservation organisation? Because it generates millions and millions of dollars every year. But I'm getting that there's a blockage between the people who need it at the top here, nature, and the people under the surface who actually benefit financially from it. Yeah, it's very jackal, very predatory kind of energy. Let's see. Yeah, and this is usually my protection card, but it's come out in the upside down. So they're not really protecting nature. They're not really protecting the animals. They're only covering their own backsides and getting rich off the donations, and not really doing anything to protect the local people or the nature that they're setting out to, or they allegedly is their mission statement. Of course, just reading the cards, this is all allegedly. What do you think? Sending you lots of love and blessings, and may the angels walk with you now and always.